Hello and welcome to the latest episode of Millennial Money. So this week, me and Damien are going to talk about savings accounts. So where can you save your money and the different types of savings accounts available to you.
But before we get onto that, do make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and you'll be able to see all these videos we do in one place, and also follow us on Instagram.
Yep, so to get started, you could just save your money with your current account. So most current accounts, I've got a couple of current accounts with banks, and you can then just transfer your money over within your current account just to a separate area, which is a savings account. So these tend to be really low interest, but they are easy access. But I do think it makes you less likely to save because it's literally there, just a quick transfer, and you can access your money again. So it's really easy to withdraw your money back out from that pot. The other savings account you can have is an easy access savings pot. So these are a bit similar to the current account ones, but they're in a different area. So you transfer them over to a different savings account. The pros of these are they are immediate access. So if you need the money, you can withdraw that. But a con of an easy access savings account is that the interest rate is likely to be quite low. You can also have a notice account. So a notice account is also easy access, and they tend to have better interest rates than easy access savings accounts. However, you do have to generally give a 30 to 90 day notice period to be able to get your money back out of there. You can access the money immediately if you do need to for an emergency, but it is likely you will be charged a fee for doing so.
So by this point, the interest rates we're talking about are pretty low. So if you think about inflation, which is the measure of how quickly prices go up, inflation is the key level you need to beat with your savings, because that means your money is keeping pace with everything else around you. So if you don't keep pace with inflation, your money is actually losing value over time. So at the point now, we're getting to something called fixed rate bonds. And this is about the level where you start to be able to beat the current rate of inflation. And fixed rate bonds, you lock your money away for 1 to 5 years, and you get a much better savings rate with it. The one problem is you don't have access to your money, but on the plus side, the rates are that much better. Now, the other thing with fixed rate bonds to bear in mind is that the rate you pick at the beginning of the term will be fixed. So if the interest rates go up in the economy, you might not benefit from an increase in any interest rates on that savings pot. Then the next thing you could do is regular savings. Now, regular savings, you get some really good offers on regular savings. So they work, as the name suggests, you put in a particular amount, maybe every month, it could be £50, and you get a better interest rate. So there are some banks out there that give you like a juicy 5% rate on your savings, but it's on a smaller amount. So you can only save normally up to a maximum amount each month. You do that for, say, a whole year, and you get this nice interest rate. It usually then reverts to something else. So you can then move your money around, but by regularly saving, that's the good thing. It encourages you to do it, but you get a better rate. Now, the con is you have to obviously be committed to saving a certain amount every month. Now, the final one we're going to talk about is ISAs, and you can have a cash ISA that you can save money into. You have other types of ISAs, so you start getting into investing, stocks and shares, and innovative finance ISAs. Now, the benefit of ISAs is that they are tax-free. So you put your money in, you aren't taxed on any interest that you gain. Now, this does have an interesting element about a cash ISA versus a savings account. We've done a whole video on this, which you should go and have a look for right now. And it's because everybody gets a savings allowance. And that means there's an allowance which you don't have to pay tax on the interest that you earn, up to £1,000 for a basic rate taxpayer. So it doesn't matter. You can have your savings in a normal savings account, which would typically be taxable, but you get this savings allowance. You don't get taxed on that first £1,000 if you're a basic rate taxpayer. If you're a high rate taxpayer, it actually becomes tapered, but you can find out more if you go and look for that video on cash ISAs versus savings accounts. Now, before Lauren wraps up this video, the other thing to say is go and have a look at our best buy tables on the Money to the Masses website, because we list there all the best buys for each of these different types of savings accounts that we've just mentioned, so you can see them and see the best rates.
Yep, so that's it for this week's Millennial Money video. Anything we have talked about in today's video, I will put a link to in the description below. So thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and give us a thumbs up if you like what you see. Also follow us over on our social media. So our Facebook, Money to the Masses, our Instagram @Money to the Masses, and our Twitter @Money to the Masses with the number 2. We also have a community Facebook group where there is lots of discussion about personal finance. So head over there and request to join.